We help you through the hard parts, like through the labor. We rub your back, hold your hand. We know the methods to help your labor to be less painful.
Mm.
And I always like to remind moms that we were created for this. Our bodies were specifically created for this. So kind of want to ease moms, because I noticed that hospitals put fear. Everything is a fear tactic. They want to scare that mom. They want to make you nervous. I'm there to calm you down, to help you realize this is what you were made to do. And it will, your body was really made to carry and deliver this baby.
We're good now. We're stabilized. Okay.
Yes.
So, like I was saying, you're the first doula that I ever had. And so I hope that none of my questions sound dumb, because I've never really explored this topic. So I'm really excited to get to talk to you. And your company is called Love and Soul Doulas, right?
Yes.
And LaToya and Shennan, is that right?
Shennan.
Yes. And yes. Which one is LaToya and which one is Shennan?
I'm Shennan.
Shennan.
Yes. Toya couldn't come. She had to do something else tonight, but she would have been here. But she couldn't be here. But I represent.
Absolutely. Feel that. So we like to build, learn, inspire, collaborate, and share keys on Bliss Talk tonight. And you guys are entrepreneurs, so I'm sure I can pick your brain and absorb some of the keys maybe that you've learned on the way through this process of becoming a company. The first thing I wanted to talk to you about is what made you interested in becoming a doula? Like what pulled you towards
my personal story is interesting to me. It was very random. I was at work and a client came up to me and she goes, "You know what? You should be a doula." And I said, "No, ma'am." I said, "I don't care for kids." No, ma'am. And so she left. She said it, she left. Because I do hair as well. So she said it, she left. The same day I had another client who was pregnant. And I was shampooing her hair. She goes, "You know what? You should be a doula." I said,
Really?
And I went home and I told my daughter, and my daughter goes, "Mommy, they don't know you very well." I said, "That's what I said." Then my daughter passed, actually. And when she passed, my sister got pregnant. And I looked at my sister and I said, "I'm supposed to be a doula. I have to deliver your baby. I'm supposed to be a doula." And that's how it happened. It was my daughter's passing that made me go. I just wanted to be there to bring other life into the world. And I also wanted to be there if their baby didn't survive. I felt like that was more of my calling.
Wow. That's a very inspiring story. I've never seen someone being drawn to something because, other people are saying, "Hey, you need to be a doula." You know what I mean?
And it was so random. It was
very, very random. Wow. So once you got into it, what were some of the benefits and advantages that you saw as far as somebody having a doula rather than having a hospital birth?
Well, actually, we do hospital births. We do home births. We do anything the mother wants. Excuse me, y'all. I have allergies. Hi, Monique. So we go anywhere the mom wants to have her baby. We do any method the mom wants. I kind of like to refer to us as best friends for hire. I like to think everyone is there, to support you with that baby being born. But most people are just there to see that baby come out. I don't care if it's your mother. I don't care if it's your partner. They just want to see that baby come out. I'm there to serve the mom. Whatever the mom needs at any time during her labor and delivery, I'm there to serve.
Absolutely. So the process of a doula, because I'm gonna be honest with you, the only other person that I heard that term from was Erykah Badu.
Yes.
So I knew it had something to do with birth, and I was thinking in my head, and instead of, you said that you do it at hospitals, which was new for me, as far as my knowledge, but for me, that definition was, it was someone other than a doctor helping deliver your baby. So can you go into detail exactly what it is?
I like to say that we're above the waist. Yeah, that's fine. I like to say that we're above the waist because we're not medical professionals.
Right.
Medical professionals are below the waist. So we're specifically there to support you through the whole process. We usually start at about 36 weeks. We can come with you to doctor's visits. We help you through the hard parts, like through the labor. We rub your back, hold your hand. We know the methods to help your labor to be less painful. And I always like to remind moms that we were created for this. Our bodies were specifically created for this. So kind of want to ease moms, because I noticed that hospitals put fear. Everything is a fear tactic. They want to scare that mom. They want to make you nervous. I'm there to calm you down, to help you realize this is what you were made to do. And it will, your body was really made to carry and deliver this baby. So it'll flow. I mean, nothing's perfect, of course. This is still, things could go left. But I help you with your birth plan, help you make sure it comes to fruition. I set up aromatherapy for you. Whatever you have envisioned, I help you through. We also advocate for you, because the hospitals, like I said, they use tactics to scare the moms. So we advocate for you too.
And so, is there like a spiritual connection with this as well? With this title?
It depends on your doula, yes. It is, but it depends on your doula. For me, it definitely is. It definitely is. And most of my clients, it is too. I've done water births. My last mom did hypnobirthing, which was very spiritual. I've never seen a more calm mother in my life. She was so calm through every contraction. I was so impressed. But the hypnobirthing technique teaches you how to breathe. It's almost like yoga while you're going through doing your contractions. It's way past Lamaze breathing and all that stuff. It takes her into a whole nother realm. They play certain music, calming music. It was amazing. But for me, it's very spiritual. I use crystals, sage. Most of my moms they take the spiritual route as well.
Absolutely. Dope. I'm learning so many new things.
And there's no limits. No limits.
Did you have a doula at any point?
No, I knew nothing about this. If I could backtrack, not only did I not have a doula, I had epidural. And whatever the other one is called. I had 2 babies, and I had drugs and 2 C-sections. I never even pushed out a baby. But I'm there for you if you want to push out a baby.
I think that's so interesting, because, my mindset before I got to talk to you, like I keep saying, was, I'm thinking hospital versus someone helping you push that baby out, So, and I'm thinking, like, when I think about doulas, I'm like, I think I'm going to need the medication. Whatever I think I'm going to need. Girl, I think that's what's going to happen. But the fact that you also can go into the hospitals too and service women while they're that's another reason why, like, as an advantage too. It can go either way, It
can. And I've had mothers who know that they're going to have C-sections, and they still have me come because they're still nervous. I still can help them through that process. I've had moms who have gotten the epidural, and I still go to that. So it's no limit. It's just if you want that support system or not. Some people don't have the support system either.
So it's all about your preferences.
Yes.
That's cool. That's good to know. So how many pregnancies have I done? Yeah.
I'm on 6.
On 6?
Okay. Yes. I've done 6. I had my 6th one this year. Right when Corona hit. Like right when Corona hit. They almost didn't let me in because, they weren't letting people up. That's the only one I've had this year, but I know all those Corona babies are about to be born right now because everybody was stuck in the house. So we're accepting new mamas.
Absolutely. And since your services are in and out of the hospital, you can be, even do visits to some of these pregnant mothers and kind of counsel them as well. So
absolutely. Our service includes, there's so many aspects to it. You can divide up the services. My LaToya offers even after you have your baby, she'll come help you in your home. Like, wow. Laundry, dishes, hold the baby while you take a shower. That part is not my forte. I offer yoni steam after you're done and herbal baths and stuff to help your body go back. I do the more spiritual stuff. She does the household stuff. But we encompass almost everything in our little service.
Absolutely. So can you walk me through the experience or one of the experiences that you had, just so I can get an idea of the day in the life of you?
A doula.
Yeah.
My most memorable one was a water birth.
Mm.
And she was a friend as well. So I was with her through her entire pregnancy, literally. She called me to the hospital. Her birth was quick, though, maybe like 3 hours, 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
As her contractions got harder, though, she would run around the room. She'd run around the room. She would hop out the bed, run around the room, and I'd chase her and try to calm her down. She would lay down. Her leg would kick up. She would get out the bed and run around the room again.
Wow.
When she got in the pool, she tried to climb out the pool. Fortunately, she was a short lady, so she couldn't get out the pool. But she was like, I'm done. Give me my epidural. I'm getting out this pool. The midwife was there, though, and got to calm her down. And literally, when your contractions get to that point where you think you can't take it anymore, usually the baby comes right out. And her baby was born in the sack still, which was amazing. So amazing. And then they popped the sack while it was in it. But that was my water birth one. And it was, I think everyone who allows me into the room, I think of it as such a privilege, because I think it's such an intimate experience. So I'm there for the mom, but as soon as the baby is born, I try to get out of the family's way, because I just think it's so intimate. It's so special. I'm there if you need me, but I'm not in the mix once the baby comes out. Absolutely. But that was my favorite. I love water births. So I could do another water birth.
I keep, I do a little bit research here and there, just in case, I might pop one out one day.
I'm here for you.
I always thought the water births was very interesting. And I remember, before I had any real knowledge about pregnancies, I would always ask my parents, my elders, water birth, how does that work? And they're just like, the baby still breathe underwater. I'm like, they can?
Yeah, because they're in that fluid anyway. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it also calms your labor pains down, sitting in the water.
That's what I've heard as well. Let's see. What were some of the challenges that you, as the professional and as that person that's the Abdullah, the doula, sorry, Abdullah.
That's okay.
But what were some of the challenges that you faced?
The biggest challenge for me is, so we're there to advocate for you, but we can't speak for you. So the biggest challenge for me is watching the hospital manipulate the moms. And I've seen it so many times, and they're really good at it. But I can't speak for the patient. I can remind the patient of their wishes. I can remind the patient what they wanted when we went into this. But to sit and watch the hospitals manipulate the situations is really hard for me. It's really, really hard for me.
Okay. Is there any experiences that stuck out with you, maybe with the patient or the mother, that was just difficult or challenging?
They all are. They are, because they really, medication is their number one thing, and they will use anything to scare you into staying on medication. My most recent one, they scared her into a C-section. And I watched the whole scenario, to sit back and watch the scenario play out as if it's so orchestrated. But as the doula, their situation, they will stress the mom out. They scare her. As a doula, my job is just to make sure she's calm. So I'm not medical, but I did watch how it orchestrated, how they scared her into thinking she needed a C-section. And I saw it in her face. She was fearful. My job is just to make sure she's calm so that baby's okay. That's the biggest thing, to make sure the baby's okay. So my job was just to tell her, you're about to meet your baby now. Let all the other stuff go. Her partner was upset. Everybody was upset. But I can't say what I saw to her, because it's not my job to stress her out anymore. It's my job to make sure everything goes smoothly and she gets to meet that baby. So she did have a C-section. She was a little disappointed, but she did get to meet her baby. And her baby was born, I think, March 20th of 2020. It was a beautiful date. So she has her little baby, Princess Leia is her name.
That's so pretty.
But to watch them orchestrate the little,
yeah,
just to, I know it's all about money.
And Do you disclose or counsel before, like just to get them, you know, mentally prepared on how it's to be in the hospital? Okay.
We do. But when you're in that moment,
right,
or they can worry you, and you don't want any more stress for the baby.
Right.
So when you're in that moment, it's different. I've learned how to just calm the mom down. Just make sure that mom is good and calm, and that baby comes out happy.
Out of your 6 experiences, was there any situation that you thought was just out of the norm? Like, this is not happening how, like, I would think it would happen, how I'm used to it happen? Any crazy or fun stories that you had?
My favorite is my first one. She was my niece.
Right.
And she was named after my daughter. Her middle name is my daughter's name. So that's my favorite one. And she was born 9 months to the day that my daughter passed. So that's my most memorable one. Mm-hmm. They're all fun.
They're all fun.
They're all fun. But they do take they take a lot of energy. You, as a doula, you can't leave the room. You're not supposed to leave the mother unattended. So it's however long she's in labor, you got to be alert and there. So it takes a lot of energy. I do need about 2 days to recoup after our doula. Can't work or anything, just gotta go sleep a little. But they're all fun. Every mom gets a birth story. I write them a birth story from my perspective of how I saw it. So that's part of their gift when they choose us. And that's fun too.
I like that. Yeah. Birth story, because it's always nice to get a different perspective how things happen. And then if you're a mother, you're in the moment, like you're thinking of so many things, so you don't get to see or picture it really. A lot of times eyes closed because you're squeezing. So I think that's amazing that you give them that as a gift. That's awesome. So the very last thing I want to talk about on Bliss Talks is keys and concepts. Now, you guys have built this brand. How long has the brand been here with us? Love and Soul Doulas.
3 years.
3 years.
3 years. My first one was we weren't together yet. We actually did doula class together. Okay. We went doula class together, and then I just reached out to her one day and I was like, we should do this together. And she was like, yes. And it just happens to be that her name started with L and mine started with S. I just thought of the name and she was like, that's me and you. So and we do great together. We fill in for each other because, we're still real people with real lives, and everything doesn't always fall in line how we plan. Like today when she can't be here. So we really have each other's back the whole way through this journey.
It's always nice to have a partner that you can bounce ideas off of, to help you out with the workload. So
yes,
I definitely get that.
And she's a mom of 5.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And I was her doula, actually.
Wow.
Yes. Yes.
So keys and concepts, since you guys built this brand from scratch, and there's a lot of us entrepreneurs out here that, we're still maybe in the process of the thinking process, or we're in the action process, but we still need a little help. What would you say to someone that wanted to walk in your shoes as far as building a brand and started from scratch?
Do not second guess yourself. Because I feel like if you have the idea, I really feel like a lot of things are divinely inspired. So if you got that idea, you're supposed to do it. Don't second guess yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Just do it. What's the worst that can happen? Just do it. And if you can find a tribe to help you, be careful. So find your tribe, the people you trust, and go for it. I don't suggest what I'm doing, partnering, not in the beginning. This is not my first business, but I don't suggest in the beginning. I suggest you go for it on your own and get it done. You can do it. Find people who can mentor you, because usually your mentor doesn't want anything in return. So find people who can mentor you and take their advice and move forward. Don't doubt yourself. Just go for it. If you were given the idea, you were given that gift, accept it and run with it.
Absolutely. I love those keys and concepts that you just shared. And you said that you have other businesses too. And so since I have you online, I'm a picky.
I am a natural hairstylist. I am a licensed natural hair specialist. That's the one I had the longest. I'm going on 10 years.
Wow.
I am a V-steam professional, so I do vaginal steam and yoni steams. And I just got comedic yoga certification. So I just started being able to teach comedic yoga. I'm not ready to teach it yet. I got to do some more studying, but I do have the certification. And I'm a doula.
That's awesome. And you don't work a 9 to 5. This is what you do.
Not anymore. No, I used to, but not anymore. The last, let's see, I was doing hair for a year before I quit the 9 to 5. But I was a office manager for 20 years. So don't give up. I was 39 when I started, so do not give up.
Yes, that's so inspiring. So inspiring, because I mean, I'm an entrepreneur and my goal is to not work. Like, I gave myself a couple of years and I said, I don't want to be in nobody else's office but my office. You know,
you could do it. And what happened, I had the full-time job, but my personal business took over and I couldn't do it. It was too much. So I let that go and went for it. Just do it.
Just do it. I very much enjoyed this conversation. I learned some new things. Got really inspiring at the end here when you were talking about, you know, having multiple business, because that's something that I aspire to do as well. If anyone who is stuck with us through the Bliss Talk tonight has a question for Shennan tonight, please type it in there for us. And
thank you for inviting me.
No, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. And while they're typing their question in, will you let us know where we can support you? All the platforms and anything.
Soul Flower Secret Garden is the main one.
Okay.
There's also Soul Flower Steams and Love and Soul Doulas.
Love and Soul Doulas. Gotcha. Yeah. Websites that we need to be able to.
The website is soulflowernaturals.com.
Soulflower Naturals?
Naturals.
Did I say
Soulflower Naturals? Because I have a natural hair line. I have a men's line. I do spiritual baths and I do a lot of stuff, but it's all on Soulflower Naturals.
I definitely understand. I feel like I do a million things too, so I get it. And I'm so proud of you.
7 streams of income.
Yes, certainly. All those streams of income are welcome. Welcome. Yes. So I go by the name of Carmen Bliss, and you guys can follow me at cbliss_pics. You can actually visit my website, blisstalkshow.life. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to get 100 by October. God will, it will be there.
Oh, I got you.
Subscribe. This is Bliss Talk Show on YouTube. All you have to do is type in those keywords and it should pop up for you. And thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
You enjoy the rest of your week, and let's keep in touch. However, you know,
absolutely,
or connect. I'm with you. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.